Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to yet another mock draft. We're back to doing 12-team leagues. This is, of course, a 1-point PPR. I have the number 7 overall pick. I just got it at random. So, guys, the one thing I'm going to say, after doing several drafts yesterday, my current opinion about 12-team leagues in specific, I would strongly advise taking a running back in the first round. Okay, guys? And if you can't get a running back in the first round, you got to take a running back in both the second and the third round. That is my opinion based off of how these drafts have been going, especially in 12-team leagues. 10-team leagues, you can have a little bit more flexibility. But the 12-team leagues, guys, I can only recommend, but I strongly, based on how these drafts are going, like, I have the 7th pick. So I'm like, Derrick Henry, Najee Harris, Dalvin Cook, I need one of those guys. And if I get to choose between all three, I'm probably taking... Guys, the reason Dalvin Cook is so attractive to me is because I can just get Alexander Mattison, and I have an RB1 no matter what. If Dalvin Cook gets injured, I have Mattison, but I would say overall Najee Harris is probably the best pick out of these 3 running backs. Hopefully they're all there, or at least 2 of them are there. As 3 running backs go off the board right away. So there we go. That's exactly what we expect. The running backs are going to go. This is a very tough pick for this dude. If I was him, I would probably take a running back. So we've got 4 running backs going, and the trend is getting crazy. There goes Cooper Kupp. Right now, I'm in a good position to get 1 running back, so I'm pretty happy. I will probably take Najee Harris. Although I'm telling you, Dalvin Cook, if this was for money, okay, he took Dalvin Cook, so I'll take Najee. This is a very easy pick. I love Justin Jefferson. I love Jamar Chase. Based on how I've been doing the drafts, I have to take a running back. I have to get a legitimate RB1 in the first round, and then I've got pick number 18, and I'm looking at someone like a Javonte Williams. Honestly, guys, I really am, and really considering taking another running back. All right, guys, we are coming up on my pick, and we are seeing running backs just completely roll off the board. I almost wonder if Stefon Diggs is available. Should I splurge on him? It's a tough choice because I got to think, when is my next pick? 32? Can I get my hands on J.K. Dobbins at 30? If I have I don't know what pick I have, honestly. Okay, there goes Diggs. He's gone. But Deebo Samuel is there. He's due for regression. He is due for regression. I could take Deebo Samuel right now. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take Javonte Williams. I'm taking another running back. I have to, guys. I love the receivers later in this draft. Deebo Samuel, the rushing touchdowns last year, it was an aberration. Trey Lance is going to cut into those. I like Deebo, but in a 12-team league, I need legitimate RB1s, and I know people are concerned with Melvin Gordon. I probably will try and draft Melvin Gordon later in this draft because I did get Williams. But there are reports right now in the Broncos camp that Javonte Williams is going to get 70% of these snaps, and he's going to get a bunch of touches in an offense that's going to hopefully score a lot of points. So I went ahead and I took him. And we're seeing Saquon go off the board here late in the 2nd round. It's such a tough pick. James Conner. Oof. Guys, Saquon is such a risk. I mean, I understand if he's healthy, it's a great pick, but it is so risky. And now I've got a little bit more flexibility here. I'll be honest, I'm fine with taking J.K. Dobbins here. I really am. Or Breece Hall. I'm not, like, Michael Pittman. I didn't realize how high Michael Pittman was ranked. If I can get DJ Moore, I'll get him. And I actually might be able to because these guys are not auto-picking. So DJ Moore might be there. I would certainly take DJ Moore over T. Higgins, over Mike Evans, over Jalen Waddle. But Jalen Waddle's a good pick too because he gets a lot of targets and DJ Moore gets picked. Michael Pittman goes. Yeah, I mean, I see J.K. Dobbins. I'm really intrigued. I know it's another running back. We're going running back heavy again, but it's just the way it's setting up. Honestly, I'm fine with taking like Amon-Ra St. Brown. J.K. Dobbins gets picked. So now I'm looking at someone like Jalen Waddle or Breece Hall. I might go Breece Hall because he is an RB1. I would love to have that position flexibility. Definitely, I would say Breece Hall over David Montgomery. I just don't like that offense. Mark Andrews is also available. Ooh, Mark Andrews is available. I'm going to have to pick Mark Andrews just based on value. I don't know if I made the right decision there. It was value. He was ranked 20th. That was the 33rd pick, and now I have 42. It's tough to use your third-round pick on a tight end, but that was a late third on Andrews. We'll see if it ends up working out for me. Guys, what are we doing? We're taking Josh Allen in the 3rd round. We're taking Hollywood Brown over all of these players. What's going on, folks? Oh, my goodness. Could Breece Hall be... No, there's no way Breece Hall is going to be available, but I am going to have to get a receiver, certainly. And honestly, there's a lot of... I love Jerry Jeudy. Do I take Jerry Jeudy over some of these other receivers? I'll take him over A.J. Brown. Let's not pick Zeke, fellas. Let's not do that. Can I get Breece Hall, folks? Are you going to give me Breece Hall? The thing is, I'm going to have no receivers, but I have to take Breece Hall if he's there. Like, you're literally forced to. Trust me, the way it works out, I will be forced to take Breece Hall if he is available. There's no way they leave him for me. Guys, I think the Mark Andrews pick was the correct pick, even in a 12-team league. It just seemed like the value was too good. The only thing I worry about with Mark Andrews, let's not draft Josh Jacobs there, folks. I would not recommend that. And folks, I have to take Breece Hall. So it's a situation where I have to adjust to what they're doing. And if they want to give me Breece Hall, an RB1, I will take him. And he goes into my flex, and now I need receivers. So this is very interesting. So this is a strategy where first 4 rounds, I am going with 3 running backs and 1 tight end. It'll be interesting. What receivers do I end up with? All right, guys, so we are coming up on my pick, and I am praying that Amon-Ra St. Brown is here. I might have to take Cortland Sutton. I'll be honest, I might have to. Michael Thomas as a wide receiver 1 is something that would be very risky. Obviously, Michael Thomas has had great years in the past, but at this point in his career, I would love to get the sure thing, and I am able to get Amon-Ra St. Brown, so I'm very happy about that, and I will probably be taking another receiver here. There is a chance that I could get my hands on Michael Thomas right now. That's a good pick. Allen Robinson was going to be my pick. Hunter Renfrow, Thielen. So it's going to have to be one of these guys. It's definitely going to have to be a receiver. It's just, who do I get? I really am not interested in Amari Cooper at all. With that situation, even with Jimmy G. Let's say they trade for Jimmy G. It's just not something I'm interested in. I am interested in Michael Thomas. Adam Thielen would be an okay wide receiver too. Maybe even Drake London. Now, it is risky starting Drake London week 1, but Devin Singletary in round 6 is crazy, man. You should not be taking... See, guys, that's the problem. When these people don't take running backs early, he's probably got Devin Singletary as his RB2. Lamar Jackson, that is not a good pick. So... All right, so I am going to go ahead and take Michael Thomas. And Michael Thomas is a risk, but you would hope at some point he would be healthy. And I'm probably just going to continue to load up on receivers now. So, guys, we're in a 12-team league. And I'm seeing quarterbacks go off the board rather quickly. I might have to secure Trey Lance right now. Like seriously, if I'm going to treat this as a legitimate, real type of draft... maybe I can wait. I just don't want to miss out on Trey Lance, and I know with 12-team leagues, the quarterbacks go. Penny is not a good pick in round 7. Probably enough. Zach Ertz is going that early? Jesus, Zach Ertz is old, man. Tony Pollard would be a good pick, but I do have running back depth, so I might go another receiver. Someone like Juju Smith-Schuster would probably be a pretty good pick for me right here. I do love Garrett Wilson, but he is a rookie. Devontae Smith might not be bad. It just depends on who you like. Maybe even Adam Thielen, just to get some actual legitimate receiver depth for me and secure another good target. You know, someone that I can plug in there. So I might go ahead and draft him. I just have to make sure I get Trey Lance. That's the main problem. Cordero Patterson, he's available, but I need a receiver. Legitimately, I need a receiver. Kyler Murray goes. I got to make sure that I'm guessing Trey Lance is going to be there in round 8, you would hope. But with these drafts and the way the quarterbacks go, there goes Dak. I think I got to take Trey Lance. I have to secure him, guys. I have to. I think he's going to be a superstar. All right, guys, I'm on the clock, and I am going to be taking Garrett Wilson. I love Garrett Wilson. Brandon Ayuk is a good pick, too, but getting some legitimate receiver depth, Tony Pollard would be my next pick, but I would be shocked if he was there. Pick 103, he's not going to be there unless there's a run on quarterbacks. Let me just look at the quarterbacks. So, I don't know if I overdrafted Trey Lance, but I would say at this point, based off of the 12-team mock drafts I've done, I mean, Trey Lance in round 7, guys, I've seen people snipe him really early. So, we got to be drafting Trey Lance round 7, round 8. If you're in 12-team leagues, I'm not kidding. It's happened to me several times. People are really starting to snipe us when we decide to take Trey Lance. If I can get Tony Pollard, that would be amazing. Chase Edmonds is not a bad pick in the 8th round, especially if you're in desperate need of a running back that's probably going to get touches early on in the season. I don't mind that pick. Kareem Hunt, he's holding out, so I understand why he's falling. I don't know how the Kareem Hunt situation is going to play out personally. I would expect it to be worked out in some form, and he will be back with the Browns. I would be shocked if they trade him. And then Damian Harris is someone I'm just not interested in. Now with that backfield, Stevenson is the higher upside, but even Stevenson with Bill Belichick, you know how he is. Come on, man. I mean, every time we run into something like this, I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to prolong this. You have back-to-back picks. And he literally, up against the clock, he picks Chase Claypool. You cannot make this stuff up, folks. I don't know, guys. I don't know about Mark Andrews in the 3rd round. I mean, it was a value play, but I wonder if I go wide receiver round 3, then I go Breece Hall round 4, then I could easily go George Kittle round 5 because he was available. Kenneth Walker, that's a good pick. Tony Pollard is still available, so that's the obvious pick for me, but I am going to have to make other plans here if he gets drafted. And James Cook might be, well, maybe Melvin Gordon. You might have to draft the handcuff. So that's what I'm going to have to do. So I'll take Pollard. If Pollard is gone, I will go ahead and draft Melvin Gordon as a handcuff. And Tony Pollard gets picked. So this is going to be a boring pick. I'm going to have to take Melvin Gordon as a handcuff to Williams with my next pick, whenever that is. We've got a lot of auto pickers now, so we should just roll through the back half of this draft, please. Can we do something here? This is how I spend my afternoons, guys. Seriously, I'm not even kidding you. Again. Can we just draft someone, please? James Cook, okay, he takes Robert Woods. So Melvin Gordon, very boring pick. We're going to get in a lot of auto picks. All right, I'm on my next pick, and we will go ahead and draft Skye Moore, who I never draft. But, we're trying to be interesting. We're trying to take more receivers, get out of the box a little bit, take the rookie who should get some playing time, and maybe even trade him after he has a big week or something with Skye Moore. But there's really not many people left. I'm going to have to take, so there's 4 bench spots. What I always do, guys, is I always take my sleepers. I've kind of gone away from David Bell, unfortunately, because it looks like Deshaun Watson is going to be suspended at least 12 games. So there's really no reason to pick David Bell even in 12 or 14 team leagues because you can just get him off the waiver wire before Deshaun Watson comes back. But I am still picking Tyler Algier, who I love, as my top sleeper. All these other guys, I mean, a lot of these players. Let's just look at the running backs. Matson might be an option. Algier. So my last 2 running backs, I think I'll pick 2 more running backs. If you look at my roster, I have really good running back versatility, which is one thing you always want. I have 3 true RB1s, and I have a handcuff. I could also go with 1 sleeper, which is what I'm going to do with Tyler Algier, and then Alexander Mattson as well, and you hit an absolute gold mine if an injury happens to Dalvin Cook in that situation. Receivers, like Russell Gage, there's way too many receivers for me to take Russell Gage. So I'm not interested in really many of these receivers at all. Nico Collins is a sleeper for sure. Jameson Williams, I find really good value, but he does have to come back. Isaiah McKenzie is interesting. I know George Pickens has been doing really big things in camp. But like these top guys, like Jarvis Landry, there's no way I'm picking. Dotson, there's no way. Hardman, there's no way. MVS, no way. DJ Chark, I mean, I have Amon-Ra. I really don't want that. So I'll probably just take my running back sleepers here, is what I'm going to do, and go ahead and draft. I'm going to take Tyler Algier here. All right, guys, this is the overall team. I will say, in a 12-team league, drafting Mark Andrews in the 3rd round, I probably wouldn't recommend it. That's why we do these mock drafts, but I do want to go over the running backs early. Najee Harris, Javonte Williams, and then I did take Andrews and then Breece Hall, getting 3 running backs in the first 4 rounds. You give yourself so much depth. The other issue with taking, Andrews early is, you've got a guy like George Kittle that's very likely going to be there in the 5th or 6th round. I think that's a better option. I know there's more of an injury concern, but just looking at this team, Amon-Ra St. Brown, certainly a solid receiver, especially early with Jameson Williams not going to be there the first 4 or 5 weeks. He's going to get peppered with targets. He's going to be a PPR machine. Michael Thomas, a little bit of a risk. Trey Lance, I've been seeing him go early. Garrett Wilson, I love it, especially in 12-team leagues. And if you go running backs early, Garrett Wilson is someone you're going to want to get. Melvin Gordon, Skye Moore, more as a value pick. Tyler Algier, I really like. Nico Collins, one of the most, no one talks about him. He's a wide receiver number 2. He's going to get targets. And then I went with Zamir White, the rookie from Georgia, just as a funny pick or a fun pick. Jameson Williams is a guy, if you're in a 12 or a 14-team league, he might intrigue you. You can probably put him on your IR for the first 4 weeks if he starts on the PUP list. And then the Patriots defense and Robbie Gould. So that is that 12-team. I believe I had the 7th or 8th pick mock draft. But guys, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.